All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP, trying to take a couple notes, doing a little work here. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I got an opportunity yesterday, Josh. I love this because, you know, when I was a kid, I know I got to tell that like every day something about there. When I was a kid, you know, I had, we wanted to wear our baseball hat, okay? We couldn't wait when it was baseball season, and we got there, and Coach broke open this cardboard box. You see that row of hats, and he started handing them out. Cheapest hats they could buy for the but to us at 8 years old, it was the greatest hat you ever got. It only had one letter. Ours had an M for Martin Lee Cleaners. That was our sponsor, so we had an M. So I had this hat with an M. It was amazing. Greatest hat in the whole wide world. My baseball hat. So every kid had their hat, blue, orange, red, and we were on the school bus that morning. We got our hats the night before at the uniform where you just got a shirt and a hat. And you know, and you go into school, and all these little boys get off the school buses, 8 years old, with their hats on, and it's their first day. And there was Miss Nicholson. I'll never forget her name as long as I live. Miss Nicholson, our principal. And she was standing at the front door, and we always said, "Good morning, Miss Nicholson." And she said, "Take your hats off, young men. Do not go into school with your hat on." "Sorry, Miss." So we had to take our hat off. Now, years ago, let me just give you this, okay? You know, I know I'm boring the hell out of you, but you see the kids back in the 70s, let's just say late 60s, early 70s, whatever it is, okay? And you got the folded up bill because we had to put our hat in our back pocket. We were not allowed to go indoors with a hat on. So now the kids today, I'm not going to get into the whole thing. The bill is straight. You know, you never see a curve on the bill. You never see it folded down because you don't have to take your hat on. You can go to school and you can wear it in your classroom. You can go in any building and wear it. You can go home and wear it. We weren't allowed to wear a hat inside when I was a kid, so go there. But we had to fold that hat up, put it in our back pocket, and keep it all day long. There you go. So I got a chance to go over to Hayesville, North Carolina, and interview the head coach of the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. And I was walking in, great guy, Coach McClure, and I was walking in, Josh, and this is the sign. This is the sign they had. What number is that, Josh? Why am I missing that on my numbers? Did I send that to you? Yeah, number 11. Right there. Now you see on top of that it says Hayesville High School, please remove hats inside. I loved it. I said to Coach, I'm going to do an interview. That's how I am, John. I'm going to do an interview. I said to Coach, hold on. I need to stop and take a picture of this. He looked at me and said, I said, I got to get the please remove hat. Sorry. All right, I know. Took up time. Had to do that. All right, now, let's run through a couple numbers here. Number 2, Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, Jeffrey Epstein or Epstein, the low-life piece of garbage that sex trafficking 14, 15-year-old, 16-year-old girls, whatever. We don't know how he made his money. I've been reading article after article. We think he would get rich people, and this is the madam. They claim it's not true. This is the madam, okay, that was going to get the girls, because girls are not going to talk probably to these creepy low-life guys. They may talk to a woman that is convincing them, hey, this is something, you know, you can make good money at and for your college fund or whatever, okay? Number 3 is one of the victims. We're not going to get into names right now. We'll get into that in a minute, okay? Number 3 is one of the victims, okay? Young girl that is now a mature young woman, one of the victims taken advantage of. Here's number 4. This is the Lolita Express, which Bill Clinton is his camp. There's the Lolita Express, his camp. Bill Clinton's camp is claiming that he was only on that plane 4 times. When we do know, you have to aviation rules. I don't know details on this stuff, but I do know this is when you get on an airplane. What's it called? The manifest, Josh, am I getting that right? You have to report every flight you take who's on your plane. You have to. Okay, that's the law. We got Bill Clinton on there 25 times, 26 times. Number 2, okay. Not 2, I'm sorry. Number 5, here are the victims. This was them. Now, this is yesterday on MSNBC, this right here. Number 6, okay. President Clinton has Epstein. That's yesterday, okay. Now, we're going to stop right here for a minute, okay. Here's the victims. Here's Epstein. Go back to number 2 for a minute, okay. I had it here just a second ago. Okay, this lady in this picture. Meet Jeffrey Epstein, the financier, reportedly arrested. We can't figure out where his money comes from. Cannot. So there's thought that he would get these really rich people. He's a pretty smart guy, but he would video them. He's got a lot of video stash, and and next thing you know, he blackmailed or whatever. The financier reported arrested on suspicion of sex trafficking, who's rubbed elbows with Trump, Bill Clinton, Kevin Spacey. This is all coming out. Jeffrey Epstein with Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay. She is the madam. Maxwell is the madam that they don't want to talk about. She was part of, allegedly, right? She was part of getting him the girls. Now, this morning, if you turn on the mainstream media, the Clinton crime family, and the deep state media would lead you to believe under fire. Now, how did this story turn within 24 hours? Now, this is Acosta. This is Alexander, number 14. Okay? You don't see any Bill Clinton. Okay? Jeffrey Epstein. We're going to go Steen for me, okay, right now. You don't see any pictures of Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton. 26 times on that plane. A very good friend of this guy. The Democrats are great friends of this guy. Great friends. That's who is in. Dershowitz is a liberal Democrat. They're all Democrats. Interesting. Democrats. But Alexander, I think his name, Acosta, the former, 13 years ago, the former U.S. attorney in the District of Miami handled Epstein's case. Now, folks, let me just say this, okay? You would be shocked in America. Shocked. Of what kind of deals are being made in your courtrooms right now by your local state attorney, district attorney, federal attorney, because they got to make deals and get them out of the way. This deal, and we're not going to go down that road. They're analyzing the deal that Acosta, his office, all right, did with Epstein at this time. 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Work release. He's out for 12 hours, goes back for 6 days a week. Okay, whatever. 13 months. You would be blown away. The court system is completely failed you, folks. If you knew the deals that were being made across this country today all over. Okay? Now, I'm not taking up, but under fire, top Democrats call for Labor Secretary Alex Acosta to resign. Okay, fine. Look at how they turned this story. Now, 13 years ago, Epstein has a lot of money, billionaire. So when he comes into court, it looks like the O.J. trial. I'm serious. Remember, O.J. had Johnny Cochran. He had F. Lee Bailey, right? Bailey. He had a whole Was Dershowitz on his team? I don't know. I'm not saying he was. I'm going there. Anyhow, so when this guy comes in and he's up against the U.S. Attorney's office, they have power, the U.S. Attorney. They got money. But this guy comes in with an A-team of a table of lawyers this deep. That's what they do. And you know what? And they know how to keep it tied up. They know how to go after you. All the above this guy did. They made a deal and got out of it. Now, that being said, the media and Bill Clinton and that group want to lead you to believe that what this guy did 13 years ago in a deal, all right, number 15, sources, Trump confident Alex Acosta. Trump confident in Alex Acosta. Privately backs Labor Secretary under scrutiny of Epstein plea deal. Okay? Here's another one, number 16. Pictures of Trump and Epstein. All right? Number 17, CNN. Trump and Epstein. Now here's one, they rolled this one because Trump said, how long ago? 2002. Epstein, yeah, he's not a bad guy. I kind of like the guy. He kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. You read the details. He kicked him out of his Mar-a-Lago estate. Totally out. And remember, Josh, we played the video yesterday that nobody is playing. Nobody is running the 2015, okay, interview at CPAC when Sean Hannity looks at then citizen Donald Trump and says, businessman Donald Trump and says, I'm going to give you a name, and you tell me what comes to mind. 2015, Sean Hannity said Bill Clinton. He said, he's got a real problem. That whole special island down there and Jeffrey Epstein. Clinton's got a big problem. That was in 2015, all right? Now look at the picture. Number 18. This morning, you have Donald Trump on trial. Number 20. New York Times. Trump said, Epstein was a terrific guy. Donald Trump once said, now he's not a fan. That was 2002. He said, hey, he's a terrific guy. Number 21, MSNBC rolling it out. The New Yorker, Jeffrey Epstein, international money man and mystery. Donald Trump. I've known for Jeff 15 years. Terrific guy. Number 25, Democrats demand Secretary Acosta's ouster for sex crime deal. Sex crime deal. You see, the sex crime is put back here. Sex crime deal. GOP waits for Trump. For sex. The Democrats have come out in full steam protecting this piece of garbage. They're not going after him. They're going after Acosta and the deal 13 years ago. President of the United States. Now, let me ask you this, Josh. Number 28. Here's Bill Clinton. Shifty-eyed over here. Let's go. Yeah, Bill's like, okay, what's happening? What's happening? When you Google, Josh, when you Google Bill Clinton and Jeffrey Epstein, just the two names, do you actually get pictures of them together or just split screen?
Just split screen.
Just split. Meaning all you get are pictures where somebody took a picture of him and Epstein and put them together, right?
Yep.
Now, when you just Google Epstein and Clinton, and there's Trump's name's not in it, an amazing amount of pictures show up with Epstein and Trump together.
Yeah, actually together.
Actually together, right. Not split screen, actually together, right?
Yep.
In that Google search, right?
Mm-hmm.
You will not be led to believe by Google that there's something wrong in 26 trips on that plane that this guy don't show up in pictures. Try it yourself. Look at who's on trial today, folks. Who's on trial? President of the United States. These two guys. Number 17, we'll just put it up there. Number 17, these two guys are the ones on trial today. Not the guy that flew the plane around with Bill Clinton on it 26 times. You won't hear that today. They're not on trial. No, not the guy that used the woman to, seduce or say, come here, little girl, I've got candy. No. These two are on trial. Okay, I'm your host, BKP. I'm going to take a brief break, only about 4 minutes, because I've got some things to do. We'll come right back. I got one more quick story I want to do before we go. Josh, take a quick break.